Hello everybody and welcome back to NASCAR the Game Inside Line. I am full of chicken nuggets and I am ready to go here at Kansas Speedway. Very interested to see if this is the repaved version or not. It is not the repaved version, okay. So Highline probably not going to be the preferred groove like it is at the repave. But then again, I don't really remember how to race the non-repaved version, so this would actually be pretty interesting. I feel like I probably won the race earlier. Or did I come in second? I can't remember. Once again, it's been like a million years since I played this track in this game, whenever the last part was. Because I'm pretty sure, was it 2012 that they started going to Kansas twice a year? It used to only be once a year, but I'm pretty sure 2012 is when they started going there 2 times a year. So Kevin Harvick is on the pole with a 29.79. That corner wasn't very good. We usually qualify in the mid-20s, so let's just see if we can get to that point at least. I kind of feel like I have to slow way down, but of course it just doesn't have a lot of banking. Of course my leg is itching. There we go. So let's see where that puts us. 24th. Like I said, mid-20s is where we always seem to qualify. I doubt I'm going to be able to do better this lap. I'm just going to run it, just get some practice. I wonder what the high line is like. I'm going to do that through 3 and 4. Stupid fly, get away from here. Ooh, yeah, the high line's not very good. Well, 24th is where we're going to qualify, which is par for the course. I feel like in 90% of these races, that's where we qualify, unless we mess up like I did last week. Let's take a look at the results. Yep, there's us. So it was Kevin Harvick, Marcus Ambrose is in second, Jeff Gordon. We are on the lookout for Martin Truex, who's second in points. Matt Kenseth is still fourth, I believe. Jimmy Johnson, he's third, and then pretty much everybody beyond, like, I mean, even Matt Kenseth isn't really a factor, but pretty much anybody beyond them doesn't really matter. So there's the starting order. Let's continue, and then let's get to the race.
Let's find out if this setup is good for you, buddy.
And is it gonna make it nighttime? No, it wasn't nighttime in real life, so it probably won't. Anyways, let's get to it.
There is a chasm between good and great. Good can be great once in a while. Great never takes a race off.
Ready, guys? Have to work for this one for sure. We've never been afraid of a little bit of work.
Good dreams about drinking champagne. Great drinks it like it was coffee. Good holds great in high esteem.
Oh, Superman!
Great sees the competition as traffic.
Keep that heat on him. He can't handle it.
Good gives their best.
We fought all day. That's what counts, man. Keep on fighting.
Great gives their all.
You're teaming! Yeah!
Every race, every lap, every turn. Great lives in a world of iron-fisted belief.
We know what we gotta do. Think deep.
Great's focus is narrow. All doubt, opinion, fear is baggage.
Go out there and do what we do best. Outrace these guys.
Look, there's no shame in being good. In fact, a lot of people never even get that far. But good is not great.
Alright everybody, welcome to race 6 in the chase. Yes, I figured out what number race it is after posting the other one. If I just listened to the intro that I put on the Charlotte race, I would have known, but I don't listen to those before I put them in here, so can't really make witty comments about what happened there. But we are racing as I body slam Regan Smith. Kind of cut towards the middle here, I guess. It seems to be a good way to go. Thanks, David Reagan. Good piece of garbage. Inside line was starting to stack up there. Didn't get a really good entry into turn 3. Doesn't really matter. Let's see if everybody checks up. A lot of times the AI in these games just, well, I mean, they kind of did, but usually it's like midway through the trial. Dale Jr., what are you doing? Oh, they're wrecking back there. Like, I don't get... The AI in these games are, like, kind of good. Ooh, that was a hard hit. That was another hard hit. Yeah, the AI in these games are kind of good, but they just do, like, the stupidest stuff sometimes. It's, like, frustrating. Okay, they can actually, like, race you and that sort of stuff. Like, going into turn 1, you should not be, like, letting off and freaking out like that. Like, in real life, like, you would have died. Legitimately died. Anyways, can I pick my paint scheme? Why is it always this one? I mean, it's probably my favorite one in the game, but still, I don't get why it's always this Memorial Day one. But we're up to 14th. The high line is the right line right now, though I'm getting tight in Jimmy Johnson's draft. Ooh, watch out, Kurt Busch. Kind of found ourselves a little pocket. Ooh, dang, Kurt Busch can go through the middle corner a lot better than I can. So maybe I slow down too much. And here they go checking up. Let's just go around the high side. Ooh, Truex. You know what's funny? I actually just rewatched the 2012 Kansas race earlier today. The one that was actually on this configuration of track. So it was the one in the spring. But Martin Truex had the dominant car, but that was before he became God, essentially, so he could not win the race. Denny Hamlin ended up winning it. It's a pretty good race, I guess. Now, Kansas always seems to put on decent races. Like, there's always close battles near the end and that sort of thing. I mean, obviously there'll give you some times where there's not, but for the most part, it's a good track even before the repave. I'd almost even say the repave slightly ruined it. I mean, there's been also good races there since repave, like the one that happened just this year, but especially on this old configuration where there just wasn't a lot of banking, you had a lot of fall off, like, I don't know, just the evolution of the sport, I guess. We were sitting here running 11th, just kind of biding the time. Jimmy Johnson freaking out. You know, even though I don't have my adjustments in, like, this doesn't feel too bad. Jeff Gordon's in the lead, actually. Didn't even realize. I'm sitting in, like, kind of an uncomfortable spot in my chair. Ugh. Of course, it's, like, super hot here in Michigan, so back is slightly sweaty. Especially since the freaking AC in my car went out. Of course, today it's, like, 90. I had to stop into Walgreens to get something, and I, like, felt the back of my... Ooh, Kurt Busch. I felt my back, and I was like, wow, my shirt is just soaked. I mean, I drove with the windows open, but still, it's super hot. I can't stand that my freaking AC broke. Like, this car is really nice. It doesn't have a lot of miles on it or anything, and then all of a sudden, of course, the AC, and it just randomly goes out, too. I think the motor's going bad, or the blower, or whatever you want to call it. Because once I got out of Walgreens, it, like, randomly turned on. Even though it hadn't been working for, like, 3 days. And the first time it broke, after 2 days, it came back on, so I don't know if now I'm going to have to wait 4 days for it to start working again or not. But it's going to be brutal. And I really hope the heat still works. I don't know when I'm going to be able to fix it. And if I can't get heat in the winter here, like, oof, that ain't going to be good. Alright, my car is very tight until I get on the gas. So maybe that's the key, is to get on the gas early and just hope the car turn. It's one of those weird situations where, like, I'm not just blowing up through the pack, which I actually kind of enjoy. I like actually, like, racing and trying to make the car better and that sort of thing. Trying out different lines and whatnot. Way more enjoyable than just blasting your way through the pack and then just, like, dominating the whole race. Like, I already feel bad that I have 12 wins out of, like, well, I guess I haven't won even half the races, but still, like, I feel bad that I have that many wins. It's just unrealistic. I have a weird thing in my brain where, like, through a season mode, I feel like I should not have more than, like, 9 or 10 wins at most, because that's just getting into the point where, like, no NASCAR driver has ever done that. But I mean, besides Richard Petty back when they ran, like, 90 races a year. But in the modern era, like, winning 12 races is insane. I mean, I remember, what year was it? 2008, where pretty much the only people who won was Carl Edwards, Jimmy Johnson, and Kyle Busch. I think each one of them had at least 8 wins. which even if it was just 8 wins, that's 24 of the 36 races won by one driver, and I'm pretty sure it might have been somebody got to 10 wins. It might have been Carl Edwards, but it was pretty insane that like pretty much 2 or 3 drivers won all but maybe 10 races or so. It's pretty insane. I'm trying to think. I know Casey King got 2 wins that season. Who else won in 08? Trying to go through. Ryan Newman won the Daytona 500. I know that. Pretty sure Carl Edwards won both at Vegas and at California, because Auto Club used to be the second race of the year. Kyle Busch won at Atlanta. Maybe Bristol too. Just trying to think about like through all the different races. I used to actually like have pretty much encyclopedic knowledge. Oh, people like pitting and stuff. I'm like only half paying attention right now. Gosh, I'm just trying to remember who's won all these races. I mean, it's only 3 wins I counted for that I can't think of the other people who won it. God, I know Jeff Gordon actually didn't win at all in 2008. It was like the first time ever in his career he didn't have a single win. Definitely pump drafting Sam Hornish there a lot. And now they're checking up. Why am I going 162 into the corner? That's insane. We're not gonna have to pit. Interesting. I mean, I'd be cutting it close, but we don't have to pit. I'm still trying to think of these drivers that won in 2008. I'm sure Denny Hamlin had 1 or 2 wins. Positive he did. Oh, now I'm just starting to think of drivers. Well, alright. Well, I guess I'm going to pit now since I freaking crashed. What even happened there? Oh, I got... Yeah, I kind of dove down underneath Martin Truex. I know he didn't get a win 2008. Clint Boyer? I think Clint Boyer won at Richmond. He won at Richmond that year. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to do my adjustments on pit road. I'm going to cut here. I'm going to still be thinking about who else has won in 2008.
Stop right there, just like we practiced.
Okay, so everybody pitted. We're in 27th, a couple waiver rounds. So I've officially accounted for 4 wins of 2008 that weren't those 3 drivers. I do not remember Greg Biffle won like the first 2 races of the Chase in 2008. So there's that. So there's 6. Jeff Burton won at Charlotte in 2008. So remember, Casey Kane should have swept every single race in 2008 at Charlotte, winning the All-Star race and the Coca-Cola 600, and then he finished second to Burton at the Bank of America 500. That's 7. Like I said, Denny Hamlin, I know. I just don't know how many times he won. That's my thing. Who won at Homestead? That was Carl. Who won at Talladega? Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart won at Talladega in the fall. I don't know where that puts us now. That's at 8, I think. Where did Denny Hamlin win? Did he win at Pocono the second time they went there? Maybe that's 9. So Casey Kane won the first time they went there. I think Kyle Busch won both road course races that year. Woo, buddy. I had to really slam on the brakes there. Tell you what, the adjustments on this car didn't do a whole lot for me. I try to think of just different drivers. I know Kevin Hardick didn't do anything that season. What about the Roush guys? Besides, I mean, Matt Kenseth, he had to have won something too. So we already had Carl winning, Biffle winning. David Reagan didn't do jack squat. Jamie McMurray didn't do jack squat in 2008. So Matt Kenseth, I forgot what he won. He definitely won something. So maybe that's it. I mean, that might truly be it.
On your rear.
I mean, oh, Junior won at Michigan. I forgot. That was the year before he became an absolute scrub. And maybe that's it. I'm trying to think through all like the best drivers or the top drivers at the time, top teams. Wait, what about Penske? I already got Ryan Newman. I don't think Kurt Busch got any wins in 08. I'm actually be really interested. Maybe when the race is over and that super long loading screen, I actually might look up 2008 season and see who won. 'Cause I feel like I got most. The only people I know who probably won something would be Matt Kenseth and Denny Hamlin. I just don't know where they won. I mean, I guess it wouldn't surprise me if like Matt Kenseth didn't win anything in 08, but I'm pretty sure he did. I just don't know where. Like, who won the Michigan races? Probably Carl Edwards both times. He was really good on the mile and a half and 2 mile stuff. Ooh, this car is getting loosey-goosey, and I just realized there's only like 4 laps to go. We're not gonna actually like do super well on this.
4 to go.
Which is fine. I mean, it's kind of realistic that like I'll have a bad race.
R3 back.
I'm gonna go in like focus mode real quick, and let's just see. There's 3 guys in front of us. We can get up to, I guess, 12th. We go on the high side here, which probably isn't the best, as we're leaving the door open for Sam Hornish.
On your left side.
I gotta do something that way I'm not in the draft. I got a pretty good run. Slide way down, see if we can clear Kyle Busch going into 1, and I guess his brother Kurt as well.
Clear high.
Terrible entrance into the corner, but they also kind of messed up. And here comes Kyle Busch with a huge run.
The leader 6 seconds ahead.
Need to slide in here. Have a pretty good battle back here.
That car low.
Ooh, the car just
Did he just do that to you?
almost did that by itself.
Low side's clear.
It's too bad there's not really like a side draft in this game. I wonder if they're going to do that in NASCAR Heat 4, since the side draft is such an integral part of the package now. They would do that.
Inside.
And only 2 laps to go. Got some guys behind us too that can actually do something.
Come on, man. Keep that momentum. Keep that momentum.
Ooh, I drove it really deep in the turn 3. Don't like that draft. Final lap. We're gonna go around the high side.
The final lap. Put it on the left. Got one behind you. He's still on
Come on. Let's at least try to get McMurray here.
you. Clear now.
It looks like Carl Edwards is gonna get the win. Speaking of a guy, one of the 3 guys who dominated in 08.
Checkered flag.
Holding it wide open. Oh, squeeze me. But I did it.
Clear low.
Alright, so 12th.
Just a few more
Probably a
spots.
short,
That
yeah, I
top
mean, I'm
10.
only like
Maybe next
18
time.
minutes into this, so pretty short race. Of course, only 400 miles. We'll take a 12th.
Front end of the pack. Good
Very
work.
curious to see where everybody finished here. So Jimmy Johnson had a better day than us. I mean, all the guys were battling the championship finish in front of us. We didn't give away too many points, though. I forget where Carl Edwards was in all this. But here's the top 10. Top 20. Anybody notable here? Not really. Then back to 30th. Denny Hamlin. Of course, he's not in the chase. I think Junior is, though. Blah, 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 blah. And last place, Lassero Joe coming in last. Oh, well. So now, let's continue. And then I'm actually going to look up the all the races in 2008. And I'm going to see how well I did. So let's cut to a little bit later. All right, everybody. Before we get into the whole 2008 thing, here is the point situation. I'm still in first. Gained a little bit on me. They're now 31 points back instead of 35 or whatever it was before. Jimmy Johnson come up a little bit more. He's now only 48 points back. Carl Edwards, so he was, I guess he was in 4th, and Matt Kenseth was in 5th then the entire time. But getting that win definitely helped out. That was his first win of the season, actually. Wow. He's now 52 points back. I think we can pretty much call it from anybody beyond him, unless I really mess up. Here's the rest of the chase drivers. Jeff Gordon just continuing to struggle. I didn't even pay attention to where he finished. He said so far back. I don't know if last time I went all the way through the points, but let's go all the way through. Who's in last? Josh Wise battling Michael McDowell and Joe Nemechek for last. But as far as the 2008 thing, so I actually kind of got it wrong a little bit. Jimmy Johnson only had 7 wins. Carl Edwards had 9. I knew he had the most. And then Kyle Busch had 8. I would have put Carl at 10, Kyle at 9, and Jimmy at 8 is what I was thinking in my head, I guess. But as far as who got wins, I actually got pretty darn close. I guess I just forgot that Jeff Burton won Bristol. Denny Hamlin won Martinsville. I knew he got a win. I think the only person I didn't really list, I'm going through it again, was Kurt Busch won the first Loudon race. I got everything else right, but the thing I'm looking through here is that it doesn't look like Matt Kenseth actually got a win. Yeah, it shows in the season standings that he did not get a win. So it was pretty much, I mean, the only other person, like Greg Biffle got 2 wins, Jeff Burton got 2 wins, and Casey King got 2 wins, and that was it for anybody else who got multiple wins. So there it is, useless trivia. I don't know why I thought about that the entire time. But next time, it's going to be friggin' Martinsville. Ugh, I'm not excited for that. But after, I guess, only coming in like 12th there, like, I guess Dover, I really messed up at. I mean, I've had a pretty good, 1st, 4th, 34th, 1st, 12th. I mean, not a bad chase. Dover might screw me over. But anyways, next time we are taking on the Paperclip in what's probably just going to be like a death race or something.